Here are 10 ships you could and should buy in-game in Star Citizen's patch 4.6. Number 1. The Starlancer TAC. TAC is a fantastic gunship that features a tier 3 medical bed, small hangar for a Fury snub fighter, and enough cargo space to carry a small vehicle like a Cyclone or STV. It's ideal for those looking for a strong home away from home in space, and if you put a crew together, it makes for a formidable opponent should you cross paths with pirates. It's slow in atmosphere, so running away in this isn't really an option, but with rear firing missiles and turrets for days, you don't make the most appealing target. The Starlancer TAC can be purchased in-game at New Deal in Lorville or Astro Armada in Area 18 for 13.3 million Alpha UAC. Both can be found in the Stanton system. Number 2. Constellation Phoenix. Although not as popular as everyone's favorite trader, the Taurus, or carrying as many missiles as the Andromeda, the Phoenix has one thing no other variant, not even the Aquila, has, and that's a PDC, or point defense cannon, at the back. If you're a lone wolf like me who like to play solo most of the time, the Phoenix will help you deal with annoying light fighters on your tail without the need of a gunner. It has decent cargo space, enough for an awesome Lynx or Nursar rover, and 4 size 5 weapons so you can wreck almost anything that's dumb enough to get in front of you. An incredibly versatile luxury ship with a beautiful interior, and don't forget the epic Archimedes snub fighter. The Constellation Phoenix can be picked up for 14 million Alpha UAC at New Deal in Lorville, Stanton. Number 3. The RAFT. The RAFT is for those who like to do trading and hauling missions, and recently got a nice buff earning its place on this list. A medium industrial freighter that makes loading and unloading cargo a breeze. There's a good reason you've seen so many of these during the last Overdrive Initiative missions, where CIG rewarded players for the amount of goods they delivered to specific stations. It's also pretty durable and makes getting in and out fast during cargo runs easy. It might not be the prettiest ship on the list, but definitely worth picking up for getting goods from point A to B. The Argo RAFT can be purchased in-game for 3.5 million at Levski in the Nix system, or 200k cheaper at Lorville for 3.3 million Alpha UAC. That of course being in Hurston, Stanton. Number 4. The Hercules M2. Quite a bit more expensive than the C2 and every bit as dangerous as the A2. The M2 is a mobile fortress like no other. Even though I love the C2 Starlifter to bits, I'd recommend the M2 Hercules over it any day of the week. Here's why. You see, it has 4 pilot controlled guns, 2 size 5s and 2 size 4s, as well as a ton of strong turrets if you're running a crew. It also has only slightly less cargo space than the C2, although visually they're exactly the same, meaning you can fit the same amount of vehicles in there, even a few Nova tanks if you really wanted to. Not only that, but the M2 has a stronger hull, so more armor now that that's finally a thing in Star Citizen. This has been my favorite Hercules ship for years, and it's better than ever before. Load an Ursa Medivac, a Razor, some snub fighters, and you'll have everything you need right with you all the time, with some space to spare for cargo. What's not to like? Crusader's M2 Hercules Starlifter can be purchased in-game for 29 million at Horizon, or slightly cheaper at 28 million Alpha UAC at Lorville, both in the Stanton system. Number 5. The Anvil Arrow. Back to the less expensive ships, and here we have my all-time favorite light fighter, the Anvil Arrow. For years I've argued that it's better than the Gladius, an opinion that wasn't very popular until now. You see, I've done a comparison of the L21 Wolf and L22 Alpha versus the Gladius recently, and asked viewers which one they prefer. To my surprise, I got quite a few Arrow responses. Seems my opinion on the Arrow being the superior light fighter is now shared by many. where that wasn't always the case. Now that armor and flight blades are in-game, the Arrow has become a lot better. There are currently 2 flight blades you can purchase, one giving you more straight line speed and the other, which is what I use, even better maneuverability. So with practice, no other light fighter will be able to get you off its tail. The Anvil Arrow can be picked up for 1.9 million Alpha UEC at Area 18 in Stanton or at Levski in the MISC system. Number 6. The Nomad. Consolidated Outland's Nomad is one ship I very rarely see in the verse, but one I'm always excited to bump into. It makes me want to high-five whoever's flying it for some reason, and that's because it's very cool and incredibly underappreciated. Its hovering landing gear system allows you to land on the worst terrains ever, something only the Nomad can do. It has a tractor beam at the rear, making loading and unloading of cargo a breeze, and even has space for carrying my favorite vehicle to mess around in, the Cyclone RC. 3 size 3 guns makes it able to fend off smaller ships, although it's certainly no fighter. The only downside to the Nomad is how fast it runs out of hydrogen fuel, but other than that, it has a bed and incredible versatility, not to mention one of the sleekest interiors for its size. I like everything about it, and if you head to Levski in the MISC system, you can pick up an improved special version from Teacher's shop for 1.58 million Alpha UEC. The standard Nomad can be purchased for a bit cheaper at Lowell in Stanton for 1.4 million. Number 7. The Reclaimer. The Aegis Reclaimer is one of the more expensive ships in Star Citizen, but that's just because it's the ultimate money printing machine for those who prefer a more relaxing gameplay loop. If you're into salvaging and don't mind not having the ability to carry a vehicle, I mean, with this, why would you want to anyway? This ship is awesome. What's more is that you can actually solo the Reclaimer no problem. All you need to do is find a ship to salvage, line it up roughly 50 meters in front of you, swap seats and let the salvage arm work its magic. Once done, run to the back, stack some boxes and on to the next one. And if you forgot your multi-tool, you can actually craft one using your salvaged goods. Pretty epic, am I right? You can grab the Aegis Reclaimer in-game for 30 million Alpha UEC at Lorville in Stanton. Always a great investment. Number 8. The Avenger Titan Renegade. Okay, so this one is just for fun, and the Renegade is essentially a pumped out Avenger Titan, but it's a great starter ship if you're looking for something small to get from point A to B. Being stronger and better looking than the base variant, the Renegade packs a serious punch if you're looking to do some low level bounties. If you like doing deliveries or farming Hathor facilities for A-grade military and stealth components, the Titan is perfect for doing that, which is why it made this list. It's small enough to get into tight spaces and fast enough to get away fast. Throw a speedy flight blade on it and you'll be set for smuggling as well. You'll have a bed and load a pulse hoverbike with space to spare. I have nearly every ship in game and regularly use this one because it's so fun to fly. You can buy the Titan Renegade in game for 1.7 million Alpha UEC at Lorville in the Stanton system. Number 9. The MOLE. Do you like mining? Then the Argo MOLE is currently the best mining ship in Star Citizen. It has all the amenities you need, and if you prefer to play alone, it's very soloable. Although if you're going solo, be prepared to run up and down quite a bit until you get the hang of how to position your ship perfectly. It's also pretty tanky, giving you plenty of time to get back to your pilot seat if you're attacked by 1 or 2 smaller pirates. I can't tell you how many times I've managed to escape in this thing because of its durability. Grab the upgraded Teacher Special MOLE at Levski in MISC for 9.3 million Alpha UEC or the base variant for a slightly less expensive 8.4 million at Lorville in Stanton. Number 10. The Cutlass Red. Cutlass Red is the ship I probably use the most in Star Citizen because not only does it have 2 tier 3 medical beds, but it also lets you carry an STV vehicle. Oh, and there's space for boxes in the medical bay so you can load up a lot of nice loot, which is what I do in the Cutty Red all the time. It's the perfect mercenary ship for doing bunkers and planetary bounties, but with 4 size 3 weapons, you're just as deadly in the air. You can pick up the Drake Cutlass Red for around 2.7 million in Lorville Stanton or 2.8 million Alpha USC in one of the major pyro stations. And now that we've talked about which ships to get, there's one more thing you absolutely need to be aware of to make the most of your adventures. So check out this video where I show you the favorite FPS weapons of Star Citizens around the verse.